Yes.
Yes.
Calm down, Ellie. I don't give you shit tonight, okay? So, good evening, everybody. I must careful here. Okay. So yeah, good evening, everybody. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to stand in front of you here in wonderful Vancouver, BC. It was an amazing day. We arrived 2 days ago. We had just clear sky and sunshine. So after I don't know when I did my last lecture here in BC, but it's a long time ago.
Years ago.
Years ago. So fine. 8 years ago. 8 years ago I already was here for doing PEMF lectures.
Yeah, you were here and gone, and then I.
Cool. This is cool. Wow.
You'll be here more often. Just
okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
I am born and raised in Germany, in the south part of Germany, very close to the Austrian and Swiss border. And I live in Switzerland on the Lake Zurich since 10 years. If we are at home, we travel a lot. About half of the year we are on tour around the globe to be an ambassador for a technology which is about 25 years old. And people always ask me how you got involved in this. And I would like to share my personal story, how I ended up inventing these kind of machines and finally made a business out of it about almost 20 years ago. I'm in this business now. And really starting from scratch, because 20 years ago nobody knew about PEMF technology and how you can utilize this for your health benefits. And I'm pretty proud, if I can say, that we from our company, with all our representatives in the world, we are actually responsible for this big movement going on with energy medicine, because we have a technology which can be used in the comfort of people's homes, and they can get their daily benefits from it. And I mean, this is huge to have this opportunity. Our life is short, so we have to make the best out of it. And I'm really very thankful and very honored that I'm one of these people who became an ambassador for this technology, and for the last 20 years and probably for the next 30, 40 years, because we are not done yet.
No.
So there's a lot to do in terms of further development, in terms of spreading the word about this amazing technology and bring it to everybody for the good of health. This is very important. So I show you two pictures. The pictures on your left side, this was taken 2 weeks after, I was 26 years old on this picture, 2 weeks after I left the hospital, because at the age of 26 I got diagnosed with cancer. It came out of nothing. By the way, this picture shows me about 35 kilos lighter than before the cancer treatment started. The picture on the right side was from last year, so it's about 22 years difference between these two pictures. In this picture I'm 48, I'm 49 now, going towards 50. Horrible. You know, horrible. I feel almost like a woman, you know. But it is what it is, you know. But well, I work with 70% of our representatives are women, and I'm still alive after being 20 years in this business, you know. So you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So I was diagnosed with a very, very aggressive cancer at the age of 26. It was a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And it hit me out of nothing. You know, the only thing I felt was a little knot here on my hip. And I was into professional sports and before, and It was actually before a game when I felt this, and the team doctor told me to go to the hospital because this should not be there. I got an examination, and it turned out to be a tumor inside with the size of a fist. They took it out immediately when I had this examination. It was an ultrasound, and it turned out to be a tumor with the size of a fist, and I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma already between stage 3 and 4. Statistically, I was 70% dead. Because at that time, a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, the prognosis was about that only 3 out of 10 people will survive it at this certain stage. So I had to go through these whole medical classical treatments. They did 2 surgeries on me. The first surgery, they removed the tumor. The second surgery, they opened me from here to here and took out the entire lymph stream of the abdominal area in order to prevent the entire lymph system from getting metastasized. And after that all happened within 6 weeks, these 2 surgeries. And after that second surgeries, they put me on a full stage of chemotherapy. And the entire treatment lasted about 3.5 months. And when I left the hospital, I was not the same person than before. This was 2 weeks after I left the hospital here. I lost about 35 kilograms. I was, of course, highly toxic because of the chemotherapy. And according to the classical medical field, I was treated. So this is all they could do with me. And the worst of this whole disease, beside all these nasty feelings from the toxins and from suffering from insomnia and all that stuff which comes with these chemicals they put inside you. But the most nasty thing of this disease was this, this feeling that you don't know if this devil hit you again. So this is what happens with cancer patients. Once they leave the hospital, they are left alone at home with their psychology, with their feelings, and with no further ideas of how can you become proactive to prevent yourself from another attack of a cancer, which always can happen. I mean, you never know if it comes back. Even till now, this fear is still inside myself. I can control it, of course, and the more older you get, and the more you get far away from this actual incident 23 years ago, the easier you can take it. But whenever I sensitize something in my body which I cannot trigger to a certain symptom or to a certain disease, then this fear automatically comes back and it will not go away, So you have to find some routines, personal routines, to deal with it. And at that time when I left the hospital, the main question, because with 26 you don't want to die, You want to have party, you want to go out with girls, you want to have fun, you want to travel, it's the beginning of your life. So my question was, what can I do now to protect myself from another cancer attack? And it's very funny when your environment becomes aware that you have a serious disease. You know what happens? Maybe you heard all these nice advices, Hundreds of people are jumping on you. You should not eat this anymore. I told you, you must eat this, you must drink this tea, you must eat this smoothie and this and that and these pills. You must consult this doctor and this healthcare practitioner. If I would do everything what people told me, I would be not alive anymore, believe me. So the problem is not that, it's all for a good meaning, The problem is, how can you evaluate yourself, what is good and what is not good? This was my problem. I could not, I don't know if matcha tea is good for this, because I never heard about matcha tea before. You know, I never heard about this and that, and this vitamins, and this nice red roots from Mexico City, or whatever. But it was all offered to me. And I realized that I need to start educating myself about what I'm, you know, about what when you are 26, you're not educated about health. You know, not so much. I mean, I grew up in a very natural environment, you know. My mom was cooking fresh every day. I was not in an environment which was typical for cancer disease. And I even don't know till today why I got it. I have no reason for this. You know, I was researching within myself. I couldn't find a particular reason why this cancer hit me. But it doesn't help anyway, you know, if you only research.